Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. Fortune gently flow. There is a wonder in the weave, so many forks upon these roads. For a burden that is shared is much easier to bear. We will not fall to despair this darkest day. Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. And should we prove ourselves, lose ourselves, nothing's gonna send us astray. Whatever comes our way, I will be there. Whatever comes our way, I will be there to share your pain. These hearts of shadow, hearts of fire, sharing memory and mind. Our hope is strong in moments dire, through our mysteries entwined. For a gift can be a blight, or a kind word be a slight, in a world of fade and light and disarray. Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. And should we prove ourselves, lose ourselves, nothing's gonna send us astray. Whatever comes our way, I will be there. Whatever comes our way, I will be there to share your pain. To sing a somber song of night, a belted ballad bold and bright face skins. To quell the urge beneath the skin, I'll take the gifts and let it inflict spins. For a burden that is shared is much easier to bear. We will not fall to despair this darkest day. Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. And should we prove ourselves, lose ourselves, nothing's gonna send us astray. Whatever comes our way, I will be there. Whatever comes our way, I will be there to share your pain. Whatever comes our way, whatever comes our way.
Yep, we'll start. I look over at it, it looks me in the eyes,
All
squats
right.
down, and takes a shit on the floor.
Oh god, and that's the perfect time to come back. God damn.
We're talking about
dogs.
dogs. We're talking about dogs.
Look, man, I just hop in and all I hear is it turns around and takes a shit on the ground and it's like, you know, I should not have expected things to be this bad. But I did.
You should really have Discord's audio source muted when you undeafen yourself.
Then how am I supposed to know?
Well, you just swap back after you undeafen, right? You hear if we're talking about wild shit or not, and then
no. It's perfect. There's no reason for me to not do this. Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome back to Aetherpunk Birthright.
Yeah.
Yay!
Come on, music, start.
Last time on
There it
Dragon Ball
goes.
Z.
Yes. So, would anyone like to do the recap?
Doom already said last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, that's the important part. Go do.
So, as the party was making their way through the caverns, we stumbled across a Drider. After a very aggravating fight with said Drider, we pressed forward and actually made our way towards a large underground city. Confused at the gates, we picked up a big iron knocker and knocked on the door, only for there to be just roiling screams behind us. It sounded like a cascade of monsters was quickly approaching. Being ushered inside, we were welcomed into this underground civilization, filled strangely with a lot more halflings than you would expect. And we were greeted, told that normally they'd throw a party for us, but they don't really have that ability right now. We progress onward, getting stares as we are out-of-towners in a place that doesn't see a lot of travel or visitors. And got some rock lobster and bug juice. And after Jonah made a attempt at a seance, Madresh did something very similar to much less satisfactory results. Got zapped like a motherfucker, and woke up to Clarity and Isabella freaking out that I was kind of dying on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple heated exchanges and a bit more of a somber exchange later. Party went to bed. Well, most of the party. Jonah and Gleb are off doing shenanigans.
Yep. So, get yourself a hero point. And so, picking up Gleb and Jonah, you guys were heading towards the tree that's in the center of the city.
That we were.
For the most part, the city is... It's easy to navigate in the city. Everything is kind of... There's a technical term for this, and I don't remember what it is, but all of the street blocks are sort of wedge, kind of pie-shaped, like pie slice-shaped, because it's all centered around the tree, and it's just almost a perfect circle around it. So, heading down any of the main streets, and you can clearly see the tree. So, navigating, not a problem. But the closer you get to the tree, the older the buildings start to look. They're well maintained, but you can clearly see visible signs of age and attempted restoration, which is difficult when everything is made out of solid chunks of stone. There are some buildings that have many patches or even walls that look like they were made hastily out of concrete that wasn't mixed too well and set not the best in order to rebuild old walls, doorways, and windows. But as you guys get closer, there seems to be less busy people and more people dressed in simple robes in prayer. Eventually you guys get to a section that is gated around the base of the tree. And this tree, by the time you guys get to it, is very, very large. Its branches outstretch beyond the radius of the gate, and while giving you shade from the artificial sunlight above, it still has a healthy, warm glow from the apples on its branches. And the air itself has a homely smell to it, very welcoming and inviting. However, when you guys arrive at one of the many gates that are connected to the roads, there are a pair of guards who stand before you in very ornate armor with halberds in hand as they cross their halberds in front of you. Halt, you are not given permission to enter the garden.
Before I get there, could I, hide my, Morday and, Istrix ones and just have, my Rivia, thing out on my chest?
Mm-hmm.
I was told this is where people come to pray. I hear you are all devout to Rivia.
We are. We are all devout followers of Rivia. However, only those who are ordained by the priest may enter the garden itself.
Well, I'm sort of a religious scholar. Is there any way I could be ordained?
If you head around to the north side, the priests are holding a sermon there. If you are deemed worthy, they will allow you to enter the garden.
Wonderful, thank you. I'll just walk off, turn it, look to Gleb as we're walking around. I don't know what this means by ordained.
What do you mean you don't know what it means?
I wonder if they're gonna do some weird shit. What do you think? Is there like a...
maybe. I mean, you seem very skeptical about this whole place. There's a chance they could do something weird, but they could just mean that they're giving you permission to go in. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I don't know, just keep an eye on me. I don't really trust him, not after that weird welcome. I might just be full of myself, but I don't know.
Is there a chance that whatever happened to you was just an unlucky encounter?
I've had unlucky encounters. Let's just say unlucky encounters tend to be the worst ones.
Oh, I know. Midrash has a lot of them.
That makes more sense than you might realize, than you might think it does. Yeah, I feel like I've learned something about him just now. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna walk to the north.
Yeah, it's easy enough just circling around. You see that there are other people that are making their way there. There are a few who are tending to the land between the city and the gate. Seems like there's a good distance between the two that they just leave for grassland to grow it's quite pleasant, actually. Especially after spending so much time in the cities and even in the Violet Reef itself. It feels nice to just kind of be in this bit of nature itself. Before long, you guys make your way towards the north side of the gates, and there is a small crowd there who are all listening in to a preacher who's standing on a podium with his arms outstretched, and is definitely, to the more skeptical people, seems to be playing to the interests of the crowd and less towards the virtue and doctrine of Rivia herself.
Would
so-
I be able to ascertain, like, are they preaching, like, the actual scriptures of Rivia, or is this like a modified?
So, from what you can tell, they follow the doctrine of Rivia, but they definitely hold this Hilda person in the same regard as a saint, which is not uncommon, but it's not uncommon for certain of the deities to have their own saints that are revered as well, but these people are less revering Saint Hilda and are more worshipping Saint Hilda, which is a bit odd, but I mean, a couple of 100 years of isolation will do weird things to religion. Currently, they're in the middle of, once again, preaching the actions that Hilda took.
Alright.
And it was after the 51st day of prayer that Hilda was given a vision and led our people deep into the earth where we had found the city. She gave of herself fully to our goddess Rivia, and in return, she was transfigured into the symbol of Rivia, a tree bearing fruit of life and light, that we might partake of it and not die in the depths. The light from the tree protected us from those dwelling in the dark. I see that we have two new brothers who wish to hear the words of Saint Hilda. Please come forward and introduce yourselves, as he points to the two of you.
I'll take a few steps forward. Nice place you got here.
Just here to see if there's anything interesting, that's all.
Of course, of course. Well, would either of you wish to participate in today's rituals, or will you be just observing?
I'm more here to learn about how your practices differ from other churches of Rivia on the surface. See, I'm a bit of a religious scholar.
You are?
Yes,
Fascinating.
if it's not, and I don't want to be rude, I was told I could request to at least get a tour of the tree, or maybe see the inside a little bit. I would love to tell other people of your amazing religion that you follow here, your church.
Well, we can certainly discuss that after I finish my sermon, if you would be so kind as to join us until it is over.
Sure, I'll listen in.
So he continues the sermon, and it to reiterate, it basically is the story of the founding of their city, except for through the lens of the church. So there's definitely some embellishments here and there, but for the most part, it doesn't seem like it's out of the doctrine for Rivia. It definitely has a lot of those things. However, there is one thing that does stick out as a bit odd. Mostly that most of the doctrine for Rivia doesn't involve self-sacrifice. At least not in self-sacrifice of yourself. The only sacrifice you really give is of your time and effort to help those around you. But it's not usually common for a priest or a saint to have to sacrifice their whole body to save others. But then again, it could also just be incredibly dire circumstances that led to that. Eventually, the people begin to disperse as the preacher has finished his sermon, and he takes off the majority of his ceremonial garb and stows it under the podium, and then begins to walk towards the two of you. So, you are studied in the Rivian practices. I am curious, since you are not from around, are you from the surface?
I am, yeah.
I would love to hear if there have been any new developments with the doctrine, or if there have been any major changes, since we have been so isolated, and the words of the All-Mother have not come down here often.
Would I know of any, big changes in the, practicing of the religion recently, or is it...
So that's a question. Are you actively a participant with the Rivian Church, or is this more of...
Yeah.
Okay, so you're actively participating.
Jonah is not actively, he's lying a bit about being a religious scholar. He enjoys learning about it, but he is an active, a very devout follower of his three gods.
But you are studied in the three of them.
Yes.
Okay. So then no need to roll for that. You know that there have been a few changes with the Rivian doctrine, and that's mostly because it has been slightly weaponized by the nation of the Rivian Empire, trying to slightly change the words of the goddess to be more conquesty and more of we have to save these other people from themselves, so we gives us the right to conquer them for a while. But that kind of died down after a lot of the conquest. But other than that, it's more aggressive tough love versus the older practices where it was more selfless love. So seeing them down here, it's much closer to the older ways where it was a lot more kind.
The doctrine has changed a little bit over the years. There was a time when it was influenced politically for a time by the Rivian Empire. But that more gave way into a newer version of it. A little different. It focuses less on giving love to others freely and more allowing people to be self-sufficient.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, if you would like, I would be quite honored to share the knowledge that we have with a fellow believer. However, you would have to be cleansed before entering the garden.
Apologies, but I would need a description of what this cleansing might be.
Oh, nothing too, too difficult. Simply a bath, in the holy water, and, being anointed and blessed to enter. We don't want anything to corrupt our saint.
Of course. Please tell me all about this process. Just before I go in, I would love to record it. I'll pull out my notebook.
So this is very much so a traditional, like, Rivian ritual, where they have what is essentially like a large bathtub or basin that is full of holy water that you just baptize someone in. And then afterwards, they are anointed with, like, holy oils. And that's it.
Alright. I'll say, alright. Good with that.
Okay. Gleb, will you also be taking this baptism?
Probably not, no.
Okay. So, taking you aside, there is a clay basin that is surrounded by roots from the tree that is full of holy water that you are then asked to strip down to mostly your underwear and are given a robe. They baptize you, anoint your head with the holy oil and some of it into your hair. So it's mostly just like a fancy bath at this point, which does feel nice. Before they bring you out, give you some towels so you can dry off, and some garments to wear inside the garden. It mostly kind of light, kind of like a light green set of clothing as they usher you into the garden.
Alright. Was I able to take my holy symbols with me?
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Alright. Let me... $16.
Yeah, you're able to sneak them in pretty easy. So,
Yeah.
going inside, this tree is very large at the root and the trunk of it. And walking in, it definitely has an aura that the best way to describe it is just like a warm hug. It's very welcoming and inviting. You are shown around the tree. There are quite a few priests who are tending to the roots, making sure there's no weeds. There are those who have long poles with baskets that are picking the apples. And for the most part, it's less of a holy site and more of just a really fancy garden. But as you get closer to the trunk of the tree, to the source of this power, something feels off to you.
I see. Is it like just a feeling I get, or is there like any specific stuff? More specifically, does it feel like how I felt when I was doing the seance?
Sort of. What once felt like a warm hug, the more you prod this feeling, it feels more like someone crying on your shoulder and trying to hold you for comfort.
I see. Am I like really close to the trunk now?
You are able to get close enough to touch it if you want.
Yeah, I'll just turn to him and ask, excuse me, sir, might I take a moment to pray and commune?
Certainly, of course.
And I am going to kneel down in front of it. I was only able to bring my holy symbols with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I will... Is there like dirt that I'm at, or...
Yeah, there's some dirt there.
Okay, I'll draw my seance circle then in the ground,
Okay.
and I'll have that. Is he watching me closely, or?
He's watching you, but not in a, oh, I'm waiting for him to do something bad, and more of just like, I wonder how they do things in the church now. Oh, that's new.
Yeah. My ways are a bit different. I commune with gods and can contact beings that are above our plane. I was thinking I may be able to, if you would like, of course, let you hear the words of Hilda once more.
While I am flattered, we already hear the words of Saint Hilda. But you are more than welcome to talk to her yourself.
Wonderful.
So long as you don't cause any harm to her.
I will not. And now that I've said that, I will take out the holy symbol of Morday, and I'll put it on the ground. And I'll like explain it to him so he doesn't get too weirded out. It's like, this'll help me commune with people who have passed. Obviously, Hilda has passed from this life into a new one. He gestures to the tree. And then I'll take the Istrix one, I say, and this will protect me from trickery from Istrix. And I put it behind me.
I see. Very interesting.
And I'll reach forward and I'll touch the tree, and I want to see what happens. Can I do
So,
anything with that?
roll me, for funsies, a religion check.
Oh, fuck. Okay. 14.
Okay. You touch the tree and begin your, like half the seance, but due to proximity, it's good enough. And your vision goes black. And now we're going to go to the other side of the crew.
Sweet.
Great.
So, Midrash and... Let's see, Midrash, Clarity, and Isabel. You guys are still at the Golden Apple Inn, if I remember.
Yeah. Yep,
Correct.
so is Chrissy. She's with us.
Yep. What are you guys up to?
We went to bed at the end of last session.
Isabel before Isabella goes to bed, she knocks on Madresh's door and just puts the rock lobster at the foot of the door and just goes to her room with Chrissy.
Okay, so you guys have went to bed then.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
already opted to stay with Madrash because she was worried
Gotcha.
in his room.
Okay. I had forgotten about that. So then I guess we will continue back over with Jonah.
Oh, fuck.
No break.
So, everything
Glenn's
is...
doing something, right? Yeah. Glenn.
Yeah, the others are doing stuff.
Yeah.
Gleb, what you doing right now?
Are there any statues of this Hilda outside? Other than the very first one, like the town square?
No, just at the town square.
Yeah, okay. Probably just chilling, waiting for him to come back.
Okay.
I'm probably just like paying close attention to any of the guards or any of the other people here. Just people watching, seeing what they all look like and whatnot.
Okay. There's a decent variety of the people that are here, but there seems to be a lot of similarities to them. Most likely due to the fact that they haven't had a lot of interaction with the outside world. So most of these people are probably related in one way or another. Not quite Alabama related, but just like large families.
Yeah. Okay.
There's quite a few people who do pass by, whisper to each other as they look at you, and then continue walking. Mostly just kind of a, hey, is that the new people in town? I think it is. Whoa. And then, continuing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, people walking by can barely contain their excitement.
Indeed. So, Jonah. Everything goes dark. And it feels like you're kneeling down in a shallow puddle, but you can't see anything. Changing the music.
Oh.
Alright, guys, I'm ready to make my new character. We're good.
Your new character is so leaving this town.
So what are you gonna do?
Do I feel like someone is here? Like, is that person still crying on my shoulder?
You don't feel that, no. It's just a large, empty space of black. There's ever so slight amount of light because you can see a bit of reflection on the surface of the water.
Would someone like to come forward and talk to me?
You hear as if it's coming from a very far distance, echoing off the surface of the water. Hello? Who's there?
Hello. My name's Jonah. What's your name?
I don't remember. It's been so long. I've been so alone.
What's the last thing you can remember?
The last thing I remember, I was falling. I was falling so far into darkness. And I heard laughter. happiness, children playing, but it was always too far from me.
Is your name Hilda?
When you mention her name, there is a wind that seems to blow away the darkness. And standing on top of a hill, there is a young woman, clad in clerical robes, holding a hammer at her side, a backpack across her shoulders, and with the biggest smile, she points forward silently as if she's talking to someone, and she begins to march forward underground. Then it changes. Candlelight, she is tending to the wounds of someone, a miner. His arm broken in many places as she bandages it up, casting a little bit of magic with a prayer. The wound mends, but not completely. Oh gosh, this cough is gonna kill me. Hold up. Cough drop time. Sorry about this. Then it changes again. This time, her face is in panic as she's digging through the rubble, tears streaming down her face, attempting to pull someone out from the rubble, only to find that they are dead. She pounds her fists against the walls of the cave. No longer sad tears, but tears of anger and hatred. She clutches her holy symbol of Rivia and seems to be cursing towards the sky. She marches forward through the darkness, leading a long caravan of people behind her. They are all very thin, malnourished, not much more than skeletons at this point. And then again, she begins to pray. However, her prayers go unanswered. And then finally, she is at death's door. Many of the others around her are already dead from hunger. And then you finally hear her. Please, Rivia, anyone, please help us. We're going to die down here. I've given you everything. I have prayed to you. I have worshipped you without any doubts. I have followed your every doctrine, your every commandment. I have tried countless times, and yet I have never become a mother. You have never given me the chance. You have never blessed me with children. And now we are going to die down here. Alone, forgotten, slowly wasting away. So this I say to you, Rivia. I curse you. I curse your followers. I curse your children. I curse your beliefs. And any who come to aid us, I will serve. All for a chance to live. The area around her glows with an eerie blue light, the symbol of Istrix. She begins to cough, choking on something in her throat, and slowly, piece by piece, a tree begins to sprout out of her body, shedding light, warmth, and sustenance. You are once again in the dark puddle. The woman, Hilda, is before you, on her knees, crying. The puddle that you're in is made of her tears. I saved them. I saved them all. They are all happy, healthy, with wonderful families and beautiful children. Things that I was never allowed to have. After so much, I still can't have it. I have sacrificed everything. I have given my life for them. And in return, I can't have the one thing that I want. In the puddles, you see visions. First-person views of people in the town. A father holding his child up and carrying them around, showing them the wonderful sights in the city. A mother baking bread for their children. A town guard trying not to seem too forward with the woman that he is sweet on. An innkeeper welcoming in newcomers to the town. And then the claws of a dragonborn at a table with his friends.
I would like to preface, I did state this before when I was talking, when I was communing with Midrash. When people speak to me, they speak through me. So the priest can hear her saying in her voice.
In this instance, the priest is not.
Oh, interesting.
From the priest's perspective, you are just sitting there praying.
I see.
All I ever wanted was a family of my own.
Well, Perhaps I can give you a little advice. Though you may not like it. That's all I can do. Not everything can be fixed by gods. Not everything can be fixed by faith.
True.
You can't save anyone. You can't have everything you want. So you gotta make things work. What you have. Because of this tree, because of you being here, you can speak to me, and you can speak to these people, your people. You can help them. That was your mission in your last days. And what's to say when you say that all these people aren't your children? You're the one who feeds them after all. Think of yourself like the world's best godmother. But I don't think I could help you with becoming a mother your own. That's just how life is. Sometimes it takes a while to accept that. But you've had a while. So I'm going to be mean to you, and I'm going to tell you your time's up. You got to accept it now. I'm sorry about that. But these people depend on you. You can help them. And though you may not have a family of your own, the people all around you view you as their family. And there's a duty in that. One that's more important than just praying to a god.
I wish what you said was true.
Yeah.
I do believe you that the gods can't help us. All they cause is pain and anguish. I
No,
devoted
you're
my
just
life
being a
to
fool.
one, and she turned her back on me. I called out for another, and she cursed me. And so now, all I wish for is it all to end. And soon it will. Soon all of it will come to an end. As she stands up, the tears running down her eyes turn black like tar. A shadowy figure stands behind her. It is time for you to leave.
What does
If you
the
value
shadow
your
figure-
s-
what
if
does
you
the shadow
value-
figure look like?
The shadowy figure looks how to describe it. The best way I could describe it is kind of the typical I don't know what it's called, but like the nun's outfit. It has a specific name. I don't remember what it's called.
Habit.
A habit. Looks sort of like that, except for you can't quite put your thumb on it, but it just looks off. It looks wrong. But not in any way you can put your thumb on. But you have an idea. Whatever it is, it looks false. This shadowy creature behind puts a hand around Hilda's mouth. I
I'll be
think it's
leaving, man.
time that you stopped poking your nose where it doesn't belong, mortal. I warned you once, and you came pestering.
My apologies. I will do so immediately. I would like to try and end my seance.
Not so easily. I have a job for you now. It's a very simple one. I want you to open the gate.
I have no knowledge of gates.
The city gates. When you leave, make sure it does not lock behind you.
And I assume there's a punishment if I've done.
Oh, not to you, but to her, as her grip tightens around Hilda.
May I ask what this punishment is?
No, no, you may not. But I will just tell you this. I will continue to play with one of my favorite toys if you don't. And I do enjoy taunting her.
Then it's set in stone then, this deal.
Yes.
Will you swear on Ibris? On that old friend of yours.
Mention his foul name again, and I will rip your tongue from your mouth. Remember your place, mortal.
Of course, my lady. Merely a joke.
And with that, you are thrown out of your seance.
All right.
But on your way out, you... Dang it, Tora!
Oh,
I was gonna raid Tora. Damn it.
well, sounds like a skill issue, honestly.
It is a skill issue. Hello, Tora. Thank you for giving her a shout out. On your way out, there is a bit of a pained cry that comes from Hilda. Here we are. And it's just, please save Mara. As you are awoken from your seance, drenched in sweat.
Right. It's an interesting interaction. Oh boy. Is like the priest still nearby?
He's nearby, but he's more confused.
Is my Istrix holy symbol like busted again?
No, your holy symbols are fine, but he is concerned by the visible amount of sweat. Are you okay? Is there a problem?
I am going to lie to him here. So
Ooh,
if you
okay.
give me a deception check, I'm not going to tell him that Istrix is the one who made the tree. I'm just going to say, there's a force that's encroaching on the tree.
What type of force is it?
Well, one that isn't too fond of Rivia.
Is there anything we can do to prevent this?
I don't know. I don't have the answers. Do you know someone named Mara?
The name sounds familiar, but I can't think of anything. It is a relatively common name, but I'll do some digging and see what I can come up with.
Mara is not to be harmed.
Strange.
Well, more specifically, she is to go on a pilgrimage.
I'll see what I can dig up about any Mara of any importance, and I'll see what we can find out. You're staying at the Golden Apple, correct?
Yeah.
Well, if we find anything, if we can find any information, we'll send an acolyte over.
Wonderful. You have a good day.
You as well.
I'm gonna get out of here as fast as I can. Just grab Gleb and be like, we're going. We're going.
Did everything go okay in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, making your way back to the inn, Is there anything else you would like to do, or turn in for the night?
Yeah, I would like to turn in for the night.
Okay. So, you guys finish your long rest and wake up the next day. Quite relaxed, actually. Muscles not as stiff as they've been since you guys have been able to rest on actual beds. So, what would you guys like to do this day?
Well, as soon as I got home, I was probably running around to wake everyone up.
Funny enough, as soon as Madrash woke up, he would have set out and left the inn. So, God, who wakes up first? I'm curious. I don't even want to
I mean,
just
before even going to sleep, like,
Oh.
I would have ran in, like, woken
Okay.
people up, like, okay, I need to talk to you people.
Okay.
Okay.
Rewind. Waking everybody up.
I don't know what's going on.
So I went to the tree.
Yes.
I talked to this Hilda person. She's alive in the tree, kinda. She is the tree-ish. This wasn't Rivia doing this. I'm in a room with one of them, not around strangers.
Technically, I think the room Madrash rented would be the biggest one.
Yeah, we're probably
as
in
it is-
Madrash's room.
As
I don't
it
think
is the
so.
one furnished for people of the surface, so they probably give the biggest room.
It is a bit larger than the others, with a larger bed and floor space. Don't get too about that. It's literally just normal in size. The other rooms are a bit smaller.
It's a bit smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I was just curious. Okay, please continue.
Istrix is the one who made her into a tree. And she's forced me into a deal for meddling.
What's the deal?
When we leave, I need to make sure the gate doesn't lock behind me. And
It explains the mother must be free from the Driders.
and Hilda asked that we, or yelled to me before I went that I need to keep Mara safe. My idea is, whoever this Mara person is, we either take her with us, or I have an idea. For when we're leaving.
I have two bad ideas.
Oh.
First, Mara may not be a person in the city.
I've just asked them to look
Mara-
into people named Mara for good measure. I'm not going to
Mara-
trust too much on it.
I might, if everything does. Clarifying question: Is Jonah basically telling us like all of his interaction, like everything that's been said, more or less?
Pretty much, yeah. He's like,
Okay.
this is what happened.
Okay.
Blah blah. This is what I said to the priest. they think that, oh, it's just a dark force is mingling a bit with the tree.
Excuse me. What if Mara is the name of the thing that they're trying to keep out of the gate, the thing screaming for their mother?
Well, then I'm going to be honest here. The deal was, if I don't do this, she's going to punish Hilda.
So
I would assume this would mean that she would keep her as a tree or whatnot.
I have another question. I want to clarify, Jonah, I'm not asking what you agreed to do. I'm asking, what do you want to do?
I have one idea. And if what she has said in our deal is true, then that's a consequence that I may be willing to take. She said that she would continue to torment Hilda if I didn't. But she has said that the gate must not latch or lock behind me. If we can convince them to build another gate and lock that, I have technically completed my bargain.
Unfortunately, gods are more fickle than devils. You can fulfill your deal, but if they don't get the outcome they want, you do not get the outcome you want. So I will ask you once again, what do you want? I'm not talking about a deal. I'm talking about what you want, Jonah.
I want the most people to survive as possible.
Agreed.
Right now, I think letting that door lock might be that. I don't trust these people, but I don't want them to die.
Technically speaking, we do have a third option. We use the quill.
Why do we have to save Helga anyway?
I'm not Hilda, but I'm not saying we do it to save Hilda. I say on it, we write. Maybe
I'm saying that in what she said, it seems like that, but she probably has some other bullshit thing she's gonna do.
This is why I hate the gods.
There is a tiny hand that is raised and wagging side to side impatiently as Chrissy wants to say something. Why don't you guys just save this Hilda? Then you don't have to worry about the gate, and you don't have to worry about the scary god, and then Hilda's free. Right?
With a tree, though, I think it provides a lot more to this town than we think.
Oh.
If we
Oxygen.
take away that tree, it might kill all of them.
You know? Chrissy? Thank you.
For what?
A simple answer, because I think sometimes adults complicate things. And I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna pull out like some of the peanuts that we've like saved for her, and like slide them over to her. It's like, when we get to the surface, when we next make it out, remind me I owe you something, a treat.
I actually have a treat right here, and I'll pull out like the candied fruit. Give her one.
Yeah, I got that too.
Oh shit.
So she, between mouthfuls of the candy. So anyway, who's this Mara?
I don't know. I've asked the
Question.
priest to ask around if anyone knows Amara.
No, it's just Mara, not Amara. I think that's a different name.
A singular Mara.
Oh, okay.
Look. But
I do have one last idea,
shoot, Jonah, what's your idea?
but it might be really, really dangerous.
Escorting the whole town out of here, leaving the gate open, that way the rioters can attack the tree.
I mean, we could do that, but how the fuck are you going to convince them to follow us?
I don't know.
Are
It's an idea.
are any of us a fucking saint? I don't see a saint in here.
Madrak raises
certainly
his
not.
hand.
You're
In
a fucking
in a,
saint.
in a loose sense, yes. You have I told you about my dad at all? My father's
No.
literally a deva,
Wait, what's a deva?
an angel.
Oh,
For someone who talks about themselves a lot, I've told you remarkably little.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mostly it's just stories of your exploits.
Yeah.
They're entertaining. What can I say? If we were to cleanse the tree of a literal god, it would not be an easy task, but that may solve the issue at hand. Though the tree itself may be a curse.
It is a curse.
DM,
Yes.
are any of the apples like courtesy left in the room?
Not in the room, but you could go downstairs and get one. So getting an apple is not an issue.
Madrash, because I already hit full rest on my character sheet, but like Madrash still has like 6 hit points because we haven't finished a long rest. He's gonna turn to Clarity and he's just gonna say, "Would you be so kind as to retrieve one of those apples for me?"
I guess I can.
Thank you.
Chrissy stands up with a mouthful of candy. Well, I can go get it. And she runs out of the room.
I'll go with her.
Thank you.
Clarity, when you go downstairs, you see Chrissy currently has one of the baskets from the table loaded with apples, just holding it above her head, and starts running towards the stairs again.
Oh.
I got the apples! Go, 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 go!
Rowan, here. I take out my bag of holding. Just put a few in here.
Oh, okay. As she dumps all of them in the bag.
Alright.
And then she puts the basket back on the table.
Okay. Alright, let's go tell everyone we did our job. Maybe they'll give you another treat.
So the two of you get back to Madrash's room with at least 5 apples in the bag.
I
Madrash
pull
is
out
going.
an apple from the bag, right, and
Okay.
toss it over.
I'm going to cast Identify on the apple.
Okay. I would like a charisma check from you, since that is your spellcasting ability.
Okay. Just straight charisma?
I guess it'd be plus your proficiency, because it
Okay.
like I guess it's the equivalent of like a spell attack, even though it's not really. But that would be the bonus. Yeah.
21.
Ooh, you beat the DC by 1.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, just to let everyone know, I did talk to Doom about this out of game, and it's something that I want to do because it makes sense to me, and I wanted to bring it up to you guys. The Identify spell, I don't like how it just gives you all the information on an item, including if it's cursed or not, but having it to be a skill check, and even if you fail the skill check, you get like the first half of the information, the basic stuff, but if you beat the skill check, you get more of the information, including if it's cursed or not, or any other hidden features. And the DC was 20 for this apple.
Oh my god.
So, here's the main benefits of the apple. The apple has the same properties as 1/3 of a good berry. So 3 apples, 1 per meal, will be able to sustain a person for an entire day. That is the main benefit, in addition to when you eat an apple, at least 1 apple, and have finished a long rest, you remove 2 points of exhaustion instead of 1. However, the apples are cursed. Anyone who eats an apple, Rivia is able to see the world through their eyes, experience the things that they experience, as if watching through like a TV screen. However, is unable to interact. So it is not a curse for the individual, but it is a curse for Rivia, as she is able to see the world around her through the eyes of the people she has saved as they grow old, find love, raise families, and die.
Is it Rivia the god?
Not Rivia. Crud. What's her face?
Hilda?
Hilda. Thank you. All the
Okay.
things that Hilda is no longer able to do, and the things that she wishes for the most. So this curse is not on the people, but the curse is on Hilda.
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay. If everyone here is wanting to help Hilda and the people here, thinking rationally here, the reasoning why the god would want the gate open is because she wants the people here to die, correct?
Either for the death of the people, so that Hilda loses that last bit of hope, or the death of Hilda specifically. And I'm not sure which.
Or for the whatever it is out there to get to their mother.
Right.
In this context, I believe Hilda would be the mother.
Do you think
Maybe
she
true.
bore kids, but they got corrupted?
No, not in a blood sense.
What if hear me out. What if all the driders were formerly people from this town but got changed by the ether and stuff and they're coming back wanting mother? We saw a cocoon way back, it's possible.
The thought that Hilda, the one who fostered, fed, and saved this city, could be used to could be seen as a mother to many of these people is not a leap of logic, and the fact that monsters might be made from the once townspeople is horrifying.
Yeah, that is very, very scary.
So then, if we were to unlatch the gate and convince the people of the town to come with us, there's the possibility that they turn into spiders. And
Normal people in these zones, we wouldn't be able to protect enough of them, even with the large fortress we have. We wouldn't be able to save an entire town's worth of people, shepherding them through. We'd have to come back with forces and guards.
That's where the quill comes in. Because, Jonah, if I remember, the god just said, leave the gate open, right?
Make sure the gate is not locked behind me.
Right. So what if I know this is going to put a target on us. We use the quill and we wish for every person besides us in this town to reach the surface. Then we leave where the gate
like
is
a
open.
Horrible idea.
It's something.
Might be better to word it differently. I don't want a bunch of those spider people to
living people in the town.
Yeah.
But if they have any scouts outside, they come back to a barren town. There's an ecosystem down here.
Oh. Any resident of the town. Or that could bring the spiders up. Fuck.
I'm reluctant to rely on the quill as it is a god's tool, and using a god's tool to fix another god's folly sounds
mildly
God with a
ineffective.
god. I was thinking fight a god with a god.
I can't see how. I can't see how going against districts and offers. One way or another, that gate can't lock behind us.
correct. I just want to clarify this with you, Obo. You said that Hilda can experience the world through people who eat the apples, but she can't talk to them, correct?
Yeah. It's just, she just views the world through their eyes, but is not able to communicate.
Okay. So, theoretically, if we get a priest to not eat the apple for a day, maybe they can communicate with Hilda again.
It only lasts 24 hours.
I don't know. That's enough.
No, it is permanent. Once you eat the
Oh,
apple,
never mind.
you are permanently connected to Hilda. The only benefit that's temporary is sustenance of a meal.
Okay. That would have been a good idea. That would have been awesome.
No one here has the ability to remove curses, though.
That'd probably make it worse if I tried.
So Chrissy, who is currently trying not to fall asleep, what if we just talk to Miss Mara?
Yeah, that's
Finding-
the plan.
Finding Mara
gotta
seems
do
to
it.
be one of our biggest leads, and we're just going in circles arguing the same 4 points we've made.
Yeah.
I think Chrissy is right in the fact that we need rest and we need to start gaining information.
No, I'm not sleepy. I'm
Chrissy,
paying
it's okay.
attention.
All
We're
right.
arguing. It's bedtime.
No,
Go
it's
to
not.
bed. 1.
2.
No.
So, Chrissy, I have a book we can read.
What kind of book?
I take a book. I take out the book, The Unicorn's Tear, and I look at it, and I'm like, I'm gonna read it out loud to you. But it's about a unicorn's tear. So let's go to bed. We'll
okay.
go to our room, and I'll read you a bedtime story,
Okay.
and try to not say any expletives that this adult novel has, and make it child friendly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, like, half a chapter, just skip over that multiple times, since this is an adult romance book. It's a smut book, yeah. There's a lot you're gonna have to. Luckily, that shortens it down quite a bit.
Whatever helps her get to bed.
Yep. It is. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that book.
That's funny as hell.
Oh boy. So, reading the G version of Unicorn's Tear, definitely a page turner as you try to get to the okay parts again. And Chrissy falls asleep. And the rest of you guys go into bed as well? For real this time?
Yeah.
I've taken her away if they want to continue talking or planning.
I think the best we can do is find Mara.
One idea, and it could be extremely bad, like worse than the tree.
Okay. So, I would like everyone to add a hero point to their sheet.
Oh, a hero point! Yay!
And you guys finish a long rest. Wake up in the morning.
I got it now. What are you doing when we wake up? The trash?
So that fundamentally changes so much, but Madrash has a goal and a plan this morning. Yep. So Madrash will head out in the morning and head to the market.
Okay.
And as just as a note, before heading to bed, Madrash will just write on a piece of paper just the phrase, "We're going to try and help you," and just stare at the paper for a while before going to bed.
Okay.
Just in the hopes that Hilda does see that. Then, rip it the fuck up. No evidence. I'll fucking eat it if I have to. I swear to God. Your dog ate my homework. The dragon ate my homework. It's like, okay, well. Anyway, up in the morning, and I'm going for a market. I want to find a magic shop.
Okay. So you're off looking for a magic shop. What is everyone else doing in the morning?
Isabella probably wakes up, goes to see if Madrash is there. When he's not, she just sighs and is like, breakfast it is, and apologize.
You will see the unfinished bug juice, but the fucking rock lobster gone.
You finished that bug juice, though.
No,
like
I
that
didn't.
drop.
I never finished
I
it.
thought you
I had about half a tankard left of fucking Everclear left.
Isabel will take it downstairs and just be like, breakfast time.
Okay.
Madrash, in for a penny, in for a pound, just takes the apple that he casts Identify on, and that's his breakfast as he's going to magic shops. Fuck it, it can't get much worse.
It could.
Marty cursed.
Okay. So, since Madrash doing that and Isabel getting breakfast, the last three of you guys, what you up to this morning?
Burp.
Anyone want to eat breakfast with Isabella?
I don't want to eat anything this town's got to offer.
Oh wait, Jonah said they're
Oh yeah.
AFK. I forgot about that.
Rock lobster tastes good.
But do you really want lobster for breakfast? Answer, yeah.
Yes.
Well, if no one else has anything at the moment, then we will head with Madrash, who is off to go shopping. Asking around, you are directed to a magic shop called Spellbound, which has for its plaque hanging from the door, is what looks to be a magic tome bound in chains.
Interesting.
Opening it up, there is a small lizard-like tail that is poking up from behind the counter, as there is some rummaging and shuffling going on.
In Draconic, I'm just gonna say, hello and well met. How are you?
There's a bit of a stumble as poking its head up as low as it can be, just the snout and eyes being visible, is a small red kobold. Hello.
The little, like, rolling my fingers wave. Hello.
Are you here to buy?
Yes, I'm here to be a customer indeed.
Excellent! The kobold scampers up on top of the counter. Hello, my name Meepo. I own shop.
Meepo? Nice to meet you, Meepo. I'm looking for something that can hold a small spell and replicate it. The spell I'm looking for is Minor Illusion.
Meepo
Or
might
just
have
something
something.
Okay. Or anything that can hold a spell and let it be recast later would also be very helpful. Either of those two. Those are my primary objectives right now, Meeple.
Son of a gun, where is it? Here we are. And you want specifically minor illusion?
I either want Minor Illusion or something that can hold a spell to be cast later by someone else. The latter has more use, but the former is much cheaper and easier to find, I'm sure.
I think I have something for illusion. But as for spell storing, Meepo don't have.
Okay.
I don't think. One moment. As Meepo is going to pull out a very hefty tome and place it on the table on the counter and start flipping through pages. And minor illusion, minor instrument, minor elephant, minor illusion. I have a ring of minor illusion somewhere.
That would be wonderful, actually.
Let's see, that will cost you... Hold on. Grabbing my dice, time to roll dice. Dice, dice, dice. I love my dice. That will cost you 30 gold pieces.
30 gold?
Mm-hmm.
Then I will, I'll give him 30 gold, yeah.
Thank you. As she takes the gold.
Ah.
Okay, let's see. And then Meepo will then take a wand out from her pocket and point at the ledger and scratch off the ring of minor illusion and chant out in Draconic, "Bring to me the ring I seek." And there is some shuffling and boxes falling as then a small wooden box flies out from one of the shelves and hits Meepo in the head.
Can I intercept that, please?
Make me a dex check.
Oh, shit. Okay. I don't want Meepo to get hit. Oh, shit. 18 plus... Hold on. Plus 1, 19.
19. You're able to catch it right before it hits Meepo in the head. And Meepo had braced for the impact, and then... Oh. You're quite fast with your very large hands.
I do so suffer myself when I watch such well-worked individuals get harmed for no reason.
Oh,
Gotta protect that pretty face.
Oh. Roll me a charisma check.
Oh, shit. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay. 18 total.
Okay. She, the equivalent of a kobold blushing, because they don't really have skin for blushing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Is there anything else Meeple can do for you? Any other purchases that you wish to make?
For now, that is all, but I'm sure I will be back to look at more of your inventory as I, glance up and down Meepo. And then I was like, but thank you so much for your kindness, and I will be back.
As the transaction is finished, there is a slight piece of paper that is tucked into the box on your way out.
Okay.
And it is a time and location.
Is it for today?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. I will put that in my bag and make my way back to the inn.
Yes. It is sunset at the Food Forge.
Understood.
So I have to double check this.
I'm back, but I will have to go just a few minutes, just look at my head or something.
Okay.
Okay, so the ring is a common magic item. I'll write this out later because I'm having to make this on the spot. But it has 3 charges that allows you to cast Minor Illusion. It regains all expended charges at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the ring disintegrates. But then it just lets you cast Minor Illusion. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, I'd like to take a short break so you guys can plan and scheme what you guys want to do. But I need to take a break to
Alrighty.
refill water and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. them to my best of my ability.
Okay, I'm back.
And I have a particular use for this. It's great because Madrash has a minor illusion.
Okay.
Is everybody else back?
I am.
Also, Amumu.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You know what you did.
I didn't do anything.
I forgot that's what its name was.
I am
hate you.
pure and
How-
wholesome.
How old is Chrissy again?
How old? She's like
Yeah.
14, I think.
Okay. I was thinking 14, 15. Okay, glad to know I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, she's got much more childlike mentality, but she's about 14,
A teen.
15. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's early
Slightly
teens.
underdeveloped social skills.
She
Oh,
has
yeah.
none. She was
She-
raised in a cult.
Correct.
That's one way
I
to
was
describe
trying not
it.
to be mean to her, but like, yeah.
No, that's accurate. Since we seem to be mostly back, I will take us off that. Ta-da! Cool.
We're back.
We're back, bitches! And I totally didn't refill my coffee for the third time.
That's why I took what was left of it so that Obo wouldn't get a fourth time.
There wasn't
Also
enough
made a little
for-
mocha drink. I just shut up and let me have this, okay, man? You're
No,
God.
you're fine. I was just like, I most of the coffee that I've been drinking has been watered down with ice cubes, cause yeah. So it's not as strong, but a pot of coffee is a pot of coffee.
Why don't you just make like ice cube coffee? You put the coffee in ice cubes and you don't have to worry about it watering down.
Because that takes a lot more prep work. I was thinking about doing that, but it's like
Using the decaf to make ice cubes would have been hilarious, actually.
fuck.
Anyway,
Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah.
So yes, since Madrash is off doing his shopping, once again bringing it back to the rest of the group, what y'all want to do?
Isabella at the moment's just eating breakfast. She's just trying to think of something to do for everyone in this town, but she has no ideas.
Yeah, I mean, when you're eating breakfast, I'll probably make myself some actual good berries, because I don't want to touch any of their food.
Burp. I'll take you up on one of those. Yeah, you expect.
Hello, kitty. No, you can't have my coffee. You can have
She
Snuggle.
bolted as soon as I set him down. Jesus.
Did you say samesies, Sammy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So a good berry breakfast. Is there anything that you guys want to do in town? Any shopping? Any sleuthing? Wandering?
Do I remember what kind of locks they have on the gates? Are they like latches?
Ooh. Okay, that's a good question. Well, okay, cat. No, you. Sorry, Mel, I'm kicking you out. I'll be right back.
Poor Mal, denied love, denied coffee.
Anyway, Clarity is on team. Let's just do it as Chick says and get the fuck out of here.
That's not Isabella, she's just like,
Istrix, a god of deception. Listen to Loki. Sus bullshit.
You have to remember that my character also is a devout follower of Israel.
yeah.
The god of lies telling you the truth, though. Her whole shtick is lies and conniving.
Okay, I'm back. I have evicted the fur baby because he almost put his whole face in my cup of coffee.
That's funny as shit.
Look, it's not.
Coffee.
It's not good for him. It's not good for him.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, but he's an adult human. This is a kitten. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, so I got bits and pieces of what you guys were saying. I was busy talking with Smoggy because she was like, "What's going on?" And it's just like kitten, coffee, no mix. So I didn't catch everything.
I was
Good
just
berry
giving red
breakfast.
shit for following Loki.
Oh. No, it's Foki, because it's fake Loki.
You know what? Even better. Fuck Foki.
You wanna fuck Foki? Kind of weird.
I'm Madrash. I'll fuck anything. I got a date with a kobold at sunset.
Oh my god.
He's lining up to fuck the tree.
Apparently.
You know, if there's someone who will make this tree into a mama, it's Madrash. He'll give it a shot.
Oh my god.
Anyhow.
Look, Dragonborn.
No,
this is how Dragonborn are made. So I just assumed that's
phrasing, it's the way you said it, and I just thought of
Look,
those
a dryad might be
creepy.
born.
You know, actually,
Oh
that's a valid
God.
point. No joke, that's a valid point. I don't like that. Moving on.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so breakfast consumed by Goodberry or other means. Madrash, were you returning to the inn after your shopping?
Absolutely, with fervor.
So everyone is back at the inn.
So as soon as I get back to the inn, where would Isabella be?
I'm at a table eating breakfast.
Okay. Assuming you're almost done with your food, since it did take me a bit to walk there and back, Madrash is just going to sit across from Isabella and then set the box between the two of them. And he's going to be looking down at the box, and he's going to say, I have something, and I don't know how to explain, but I can show you something. And to do that, I need you to take this and
Take.
and he opens the box and there's a ring in it. It's the magic item, and that's the form it has. So that's not my intent.
Oh my gosh, Isabel, he just gave you a ring in a box.
Ring in a box.
Isabella's just looking at Madrash and be like,
It lets you cast minor illusion. I
okay.
need you to show me what your family looks like.
Why? Why do you want to know what my family looks like, Madrash?
Specifically, I want you. This can use minor illusion 3 times a day. Third time you use it in a day, it might break. So, be careful about the third use. But if you show me what your mother looks like, you can tell me a short message, a very short and concise message that you want to get to her, and I will get it to her. You said you could never. You said you could never go home, and not being able to reach your family can hurt people really bad. And this is me trying to say I'm sorry for worrying you.
I was gonna apologize to you for my outburst, Madrash. There's a bit more to this. Let's go to our room to talk about this because I don't want people overhearing this. She grabs the box and runs up to her room.
Chrissy is going to pull on Clarity's sleeve. Did Madrash just propose? He gave her a ring.
Oh, little Kinling, if only you knew Madrash as good as well as I did, you would understand that that is probably never going to happen.
Do I hear that? No, I'm too distracted.
Yeah, too distracted.
Honestly, God, I shouldn't roll for that. God damn, the daggers though.
Okay, so the two of you head off to a private spot to talk.
To Isabella's room, yeah. And once you're inside, Isabella's like, okay, did not think I would ever. Okay, Madras, you have to promise me this. You have to promise me you're not gonna think I'm crazy.
I watched you get eaten by a giant frog. I know you're crazy. That's besides the point.
Different frame. Okay. So, Madras, I'm not from here or Comorda.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland. And she goes into her backpack that was probably in the corner and is like, I have it here somewhere. And she pulls out a wallet, which is probably odd. And she hands you a little plastic ID that just has a picture of her, some random numbers, and on there is Bollocks Lower Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So, funny story. I was going to like a friend fair with my friends, and then all of a sudden, I was in the middle of the capital of Comorda.
So you're from somewhere else entirely.
Yeah. I'm be called where I'm from Earth. Look, I don't know what's going on.
Oh. You're from Earth or you're from Ireland?
Okay, Earth is like the planet's name. Ireland is the country I'm from. It's part of a continent called Europe.
But this says Little Bollocks.
That's the city. No, it says Bollocks Lower.
Bollocks Lower.
Yeah. Yeah. The town's Bollocks is near us, and then above Bollocks is Bollocks Upper. Someone had fun, okay?
I'm sorry for laughing.
Everyone laughed at it.
So you're not from another country, you're from just another place entirely.
Yeah, I've been here about 8 years now. I literally can't contact my parents.
Well, if you show me what they look like, I can try.
Dude. My world doesn't have magic. I can try to show you my mom, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Madrash just kind of shrugs and goes, what's the worst that can happen if you try?
My mom thinks she goes insane, and the healthcare system's a bit better, hopefully. And she'll put on the rain, and you will see an older woman with longer red hair, very similar to Isabella. Looks more petite, considering Isabella has a lot of muscles now. You can try. I don't think it's gonna work.
Do you have a message for her that would identify you, let her know you're okay, and or something of that nature that can be as short as less than 20 words?
Uh, I was, don't, wait, let me think about, I gotta get the names again. There. I was with Juno, Gavin, Bo, and Beatrice. I'm alive. I don't know how to get home. Like, I never thought about this, okay? It's weird. You can try, but I don't think it's gonna work.
So, I was with Bo, I was with Gino, Gavin, Bo, and Beatrice,
Yes.
and then you have 10 more words.
I'm alive. And no idea how to come home.
That's 9 words. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, okay.
You can try, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay, so, I'm going to cast Sending. And, yeah, that's 5 spell points. Obo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm going to say, this, and this is 25 words exactly. A message from Isabella. I was with Gino, Gavin, Bo, and Beatrice. I'm alive and don't know how to get home. Keep your responses concise. Targeting Isabella's mother.
Roll me percentile.
Okay. $45.
Okay. You cast the spell and speak out the message. There's a long time before anything happens. Not sure if the spell even worked. Before you get a response. What? What's going on? Hello? Who's there? What do you mean that she's okay? I don't understand how... And this message ends.
Madrash, like, the longer that it took to get the response, is just gonna, like, slowly, like, kind of, like... You know how, when people are a bit embarrassed, they, like, recede their head down into their shoulders a little bit, and then as soon as, like, he started hearing a response, he perks up, and basically relays to Isabella, she's just confused. But she got my message.
Holy shit, that worked.
And I'm gonna use minor illusion to mimic the sound of the voice and be like, "Is that your mom's voice?"
Yeah, holy shit, that worked.
Both Midrash and Isabel, I'd like you guys to both add a hero point.
Yay! No, wrong one. There it is.
Well, I can. The normal limitations to that are I can say 25 words, and 25 words can be said back. Depending on how strenuous today is, at the end of the day, we can try that again.
You're gonna have to give me that because I did not expect that to work at all.
I mean, it can reach other planes. I didn't see why it wouldn't be able to reach your mother. As long as she exists.
Yeah, just. Oh, does that mean there's a. Okay, that reopens up that thought from like 7 years ago. Okay, well, let's focus on this first. Let's focus on what we're doing here. Because that is far more important. And thank you, Midrash. Thanks a lot for that.
Of course. And yeah, so go ahead and add the Ring of Minor Illusion to yourself, Isabella. As that is now yours.
My goodness.
Hooray, you get a cantrip.
3 times a day.
I'll have to do that. I'll do that afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can add it to your sheet. Just you should be able to use the compendium to add the cantrip to your spell sheet.
Okay.
Okay. So, what's the group's plan now?
Well, after we head downstairs, so we're going to look for Mara and see what else we can figure out.
I
Right?
think that's. What do you guys say?
We can look for Mara. I just hope Mara isn't one of those creatures outside of here.
I think all of our options suck, and we should probably just leave and get Chrissy out of here.
I agree.
Personally.
Our contract is to take care of Chrissy and not let her get into any danger, and I feel like just intervening in all of this is just going to get her and us in more danger than there needs to be.
And potentially a whole town of people.
Hey, Obo.
What up?
What is the lock mechanism on the gates?
Right, that.
Is it like a latch or a bar? Is it?
So I don't know the technical term, but it's like a little bar. You have to lift the handle up and then pull to the side to unbolt it. But there's also a lock on that. But it's not a super complicated. You would be able to pick the lock if need be.
Okay, so it's a lock deadbolt.
That's it. Yes.
So, with the door, is there a way to like reach in? Like, is it a solid door, or is there like gaps in it?
There are gaps in the gate. Yeah, because it's
Okay.
just a metal. It's a metal fence that's like 10 feet tall all the way around the garden.
Wait, the garden or the city? Like, are you
Oh, are
both
you
talking about
talking
the
the-
same gate?
Are you talking the main gate?
The gate that I'm supposed to leave unlocked.
Oh, that
Yeah.
gate. Right.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense. Okay.
I was like, with slats in it, no fucking way.
Okay. Let's see. That gate is
Because Asterix might be asking the fucking impossible with this.
hold on. Hold on.
Airplane mode.
Let me. There was a thing in my head, and I'm trying to find it. Because I don't know how to describe it without the picture in my head. Like, I got the thing in my head and I don't know how to describe it out loud. I think I saw this. Might have been on YouTube, actually.
So
I'm trying my best.
It's heavy and mechanical.
It's complicated,
Okay, then.
but it's not impossible. Hold on.
Okay. Just for the sake of continuing the game, since we are kind of running a little short on time.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find something. Okay. The best that I can find. This is not the most accurate description. But when you saw it on the inside, there were like 2 wheels, large wheels that had to be cranked, and what those would do is each wheel was connected to a series of deadbolts on either side of the doors that would prevent it from opening inward. So you'd have to rotate both of those to open it, and each one unlocks 3 deadbolts.
And are they on like super heavy hinges?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you were to try and figure out a way to get this to stay open, there are a few ways. One, simply putting something physical in the way of the door so it cannot close in the first place. Putting something to block the cogs on the lock itself, because those are not completely exposed, but there are parts that are exposed, and you could like throw some metal in there to gunk it up. Or by somehow breaking the wheels, because of how heavy it is. If you don't have that leverage from the wheels, it's not going to close. Those are the 3 ways that come to mind. But if you want to get more creative, we'll see what we can do. Those are the quick ones.
So it uses ropes, right?
No, it's all cogs, spokes. It's all metal.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Nope, that doesn't do it.
So all you need is like 1 drop of sovereign glue.
Yeah, something like that.
All I need is an unseen servant with a small metal bar to shove between the gears. Of them
So
bust.
I posted a video. It's a Nautilus door. It's kind of like this, except for the wheel that you turn is not attached to the door. But it functions similar to this, to give you an idea. This is the closest I can get to it.
So the spokes go into the door instead of out of the door.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the best I can do with what I've got.
Okay.
Because there was another one that I just can't find.
So who wants to go investigate in the town?
Isabella would. So we could find, like, Mara, something.
I want to look for a graveyard or catacombs.
Smart.
Okay.
Mm. I think before we even get to the town, sorry, I'll let you finish with Jonah.
No. Go ahead.
I want to walk up to the, our hotel guide assistant, and I would say, hey, buddy, you know the town and its people pretty well, right?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Alright. Do you have a villager here by the name of Mara?
Oh.
Person, location, item, animal? Anybody?
Mara. It sounds vaguely
Historical
familiar, but I can't put my thumb on it. Maybe.
Mayhaps a historical figure in line with, Hilda?
No connection to Hilda. Let
No.
me do something real quick.
Okay. A pet. Is this a pet or a person?
Well, Mara's a person's name.
Okay.
I'm
So
trying
we're
to
looking for a
think.
person. Any
The only person I could think of was that would probably be, hold on. Yeah, I think one of the Bronze Weavers had a daughter named Mara, but I don't know what happened to her.
Bronze weavers. Weavers.
That's about all I know. Sorry.
Hey, we appreciate it, and thank you so much for being a very knowledgeable person in the area.
I can
And
ask
Josh,
around.
tip him.
I can
Oh,
ask around
okay.
if you want. See what I can dig up.
We would appreciate that significantly.
Of course.
Yes.
Go tip this man.
Madrash head pokes around just with an eyebrow raised.
He's doing a good job, and he deserves to be properly compensated for his work.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. We're looking for a bronze weaver's daughter. I kind of like,
Madrash drops 5 silver into his hands, and then, like, as Clarity says that, he drops 5 more silver.
He's gonna be looking into the. He's gonna ask around the town for people to see if he knows any information on her.
That will be mighty helpful of you. Thank you so much. We appreciate your assistance.
Of course. Yeah, not a problem. I don't know what I'll turn up. No any promises, but I'll definitely see what I can do.
Do you have something akin to a mayor, or would that just be the head priests?
It is very bad timing that you mentioned that.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our governor, our previous governor, Carl Greenroot, was assassinated not long ago, and there is currently a bit of dispute as to who did it, and trying to figure out who is going to take over next. Usually it's one of the heads of the 3 families that is the governor, but there is rumor and speculation that it was one of the other 2 families that were the ones who started this, who did the assassination.
Then, could you point us out to the Bronze Weavers and the Iron Eyes, just the general direction of where we would find them, and also the Green Root? Would they reside on the same part of town, or?
Their homes are pretty easy to find. He gives you the directions to their homes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Being able to talk with the 3 most prestigious families will not only give us insight into the inner workings of the town, but it will also help us, certainly help some of us ease some concerns we may have, because such a warm welcome seems almost out of place in the middle of the underground. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
I guess I'll turn to Clarity and I'll be like, should we gather some of the others and go further ask around, or would you prefer we do a more focused line of questioning at maybe one of the big 3?
Well, I know I'm concerned with anybody being alone. So I think if we can get everyone together, it might be for the best.
Absolutely.
I'm currently out alone looking for a graveyard.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Jonah's
as-
gone.
as-
Everyone's like, where?
As
Here.
I guess as we're walking up towards Isabella's
So-
room.
While the rest of the group is gathering together, Jonah, getting to the graveyard is not difficult. And there are a few people there who are mourning. What are you looking for in the graveyard?
Somewhere dark. Or somewhere that would be dark and out of prying eyes at nighttime.
Okay. Should be easy enough to find.
Okay. Would I have to wait till night for this, or is it like...
Well, is that what you're wanting to do? Because If you want to wait to the cover of night, then yes, you'd have to wait until then.
He's mostly just looking for a place of privacy that is very dark.
Yeah, that should be easy to find.
All right. I'll just go and find a place like that, and I'll sit down. What does the place look like? Is it just is it like a catacomb or something? Or...
No, it's an open graveyard. There are some areas that are fenced off for certain privacy that have different crypts, but there's a few trees, and you're able to find some shade under the trees and behind some of the bushes to obscure yourself.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna wait till night, till it's like pitch black.
Okay, so you're just gonna be waiting there all day?
Yeah. I'll probably go around, like walk around, familiarize myself with the layout of the town.
Okay.
So I know where things are.
Sounds good.
But I'm not gonna stray too far from it.
Understood. So for everyone else at the inn, Jonah is nowhere nearby. And I dropped a D4 and I'm afraid to stand.
Do it right now. Stand up and tap dance. You won't.
Ha!
Biscuit for the biscuit.
I found it.
Did you actually do it?
I stepped on it.
Ooh.
Ouch.
It was a 2.
It was a 2. He took 2 points of damage.
2 points of piercing damage.
But also 2 points of psychic damage for us encouraging him to do so. Alright, so...
You guys at
Jona's
this point have figured out that Jonah is very cautious, but he is fine as long as he's the only one in danger. Which is slightly self-destructive.
Slightly?
Slightly. Well, John is gone, guys. Alright. How do we want to do this? Who are we going to talk to?
Well, I think that if we want to learn more about the town and its more concerning policies, why they are so welcoming of outsiders and things like that, we could absolutely speak to the more predominant families. I'm sure I could get us an audience. Or if we're more concerned with just investigating around, we could speak with the townsfolk or the Bronzeweavers specifically, as that may be the best lead we have to find Miss Mara.
I think going to the Bronze Weavers for Mara is a good idea. I think a couple of us can go there, and then the others can go to like the top people of the government.
Well, thankfully, the Bronzeweavers are one of the 3 predominant families, so 2 birds with 1 stone, as it were.
Yeah. But you remember that because I didn't.
Yes, the 3 predominant families are based off of the 3 ruling, or the 3 companies that were lost down here. Smaller companies they may be, but the Bronzeweavers, the Greenroot, and the Iron Eye. Greenroot seem to be the ones that were most recently in charge before the assassination, and they were also the ones that were guards. Correct, God?
No, Greenroot focus on food.
Okay, who's security? Bronzeweavers? Iron Eye?
Iron Eye. So here's
Okay.
an easy way to distinguish them. Root for food, iron for swords and defense.
Iron eyes for watchers.
And then weavers for the homemakers and crafters.
Okay.
Okay.
If that makes it easier.
It does.
I think we should go to the Bronze Weavers first. We need to figure out what's going on with Mara and why Hilda said to keep her safe. What do you guys think?
I absolutely agree that we should go there. General question for comfort's sake.
Okay.
These apples are very tasty. Do you care if I continue to eat them? Because what's done is done.
Well, I don't
I
think
mean,
there's being more curved.
I don't think there's anything worse unless, like, we don't do this and it's like, oh, everyone who's ate an apple. And Isabel makes a and then she, like, kind of has her finger go against her throat to symbolize, like, die.
So what I'm hearing is that for my own safety, I should eat more. Wonderful. They're so crisp.
You can make your own choices, Madrash. Alright, Clarity, Gleb, you guys want to go to the Bronze Weavers too?
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do but sit around and wait? We can just leave a note for Jonah and tell him where we went if he comes back.
You know what?
Tell us where he was going.
No, he didn't.
No, he's kind of a lone wolf kind of guy.
You know what? Let's leave him a note and say next time, leave a note like we did. A little passive aggressive.
I love it.
Isabella would write the note saying, like, we're talking to the Bronze Weavers and the other people in charge, Jonah. We will be back. Next time, leave a note like we did. Goodbye, Isabella.
Maybe we should run by... maybe we should run by a store, too.
Do you want to do
Looking for
that on
anything
our
in
way?
particular?
Well, we don't really have a solid plan, right?
No.
So being prepared for all of the plans might not be a bad idea. So maybe if we could find like a scroll to like remove curses.
I know just the shop.
Also,
Why? Is that where you got the ring, Madrath?
He just nods.
also we might need some more children's books for Chrissy because this one probably wasn't the best one for her.
Or just books in general. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I
Do
can
you
always
want
tell
to do
you
that?
this story. I know plenty of good stories.
Maybe some diamonds too if they have any.
Do we want to do that on our way to the Bronze Weavers or after? I think before might be the
Well,
better option. Because we don't know how long it's going to be.
Supplies to prepare in case of trouble. We best get them before we run into trouble.
Unless you're the trouble, Madrash.
Josh has probably looked around the town enough, so
Then no amount of preparation can save you
have a
from me.
better idea what we should do first.
So as we're walking, I just lead them to Spellbound.
Okay. Currently, you see the tiny kobold on a ladder organizing stuff on one of the shelves. By smell or by weight? Wait. And starts organizing things.
Hello again, Meepo.
Nah! And drops one of the boxes. It's not sunset. Go away. I mean, hello. You brought friends. Customers?
Customers indeed.
Excellent.
You just look at Isabella, and she's like raising an eyebrow, thinking like, "Answer."
Isabella, in her brain, hears Madrash just say, "I've got a dinner date." I love that I can telepathically just whisper in y'all's heads. It's so dumb.
Isabella just has her head, and she's just like trying to get rid of a headache that's coming. It's like, why do I expect anything different from you?
You don't think this shop has a referral program, do you? You might be able to get something if you get a membership here.
Oh, I'm gonna get a membership.
Technically, wouldn't she be getting the membership?
Buy one, get one half off. Meepo, do you have diamonds for spellcasting?
No. No diamonds here.
No diamonds. Alright. Would you happen to have a scroll of remove curse?
Remove curse. Maybe. She's going to look through her book. Let's see, 1 second. No spell of remove curse. No. I do have cursed objects, but that's not remove curse.
I don't think we're looking for cursed objects here, but that's okay.
Well-
Did you want something, Isabella? Or
I was kind of curious what kind of curses these objects have.
Oh, really annoying ones. Let's see. There's a helmet that lets you hear voices that aren't your own. I've got a rock that lets you see what's not there. And then I've got this really nasty one that I really don't like. It's this wooden duck that makes more ducks appear.
Excuse me, what? Isabella perks up.
It's really bad. I've been trying to destroy it for a long time, but it just makes more ducks.
What
How
kinds of
much
ducks?
for this?
They're just wooden ducks.
How much for this wooden duck?
50 gold.
I will pay you 50 gold.
Your loss. She
wait a
again
minute,
takes
aren't
out a
we
wand, scratches off the cursed duck, and in Draconic chants the incantation, and a box comes flying towards her head.
And can I grab this one as well?
Make a dex check.
All right. Shit. So, two
What'd
things.
you roll?
One, I probably failed with a 2, total
yeah.
of 3. But I would like to burn a sorcery point to re-roll it.
Okay.
So it's cool to get to use a new ability.
Neat.
Yep. Hey, 19 total.
All right, yeah, you're able to catch it. Now, just to let you know, no refunds, and use at your own discretion.
I will. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, you now have the cursed duck idol. Have fun with that.
I can only imagine how much chaos Hikari's gonna use this for.
Isabella just smiled. And as we're leaving, once the back of the kobold is turned, she is going to leave 2 of her rubber ducks at the entrance.
Oh no! That's so much worse!
Oh no.
Is there any other shopping you guys want to do here?
Cursed for the kobold, a blessing for Isabella. Yes, I was looking for some children's books. Maybe some for bedtime stories?
And diamonds.
Possibly have some in
I don't have any of those, but if you go down the street to the Thistle, you should be able to find something there. The Thistle do nicely. They might have children's books.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
And any
you so
recommendations
much.
for diamonds for spell components?
Iron Eye might have some.
Thank you so much, Meepo.
What about the scroll? Would you happen to have a
Any remove curse scrolls that I get, I would have either used on that, as she points to the box that has the duck, or any other things that come my way.
I see. Well, we appreciate the efforts that you've put into satisfying your customers, Meepo.
Farewell, Meepo. And I know apparently you'll be seeing one of us later tonight.
Put trash
Yes.
elbows, Isabella.
No. It needs to be said.
Anything else that any of you would like? I have quite a bit of wares. Any other shopping?
What's the most interesting thing you have?
The most interesting thing I have, probably, as she is going to rummage through some of her books, as the DM is also... Here we go. Let's see. Where's the magic item table? Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to look at a couple like random items as well.
Alright, hold on. It's in here somewhere. Did I not go... Oh, the most interesting thing that I think I've got here that you might like is this. And she brings out another item, again, magically flying at her in the box. This one she ducks out of the way, as it is about as large as she is. And it crashes into the... It just kind of crashes into the ground. She picks up the box, puts it on the desk, and opens it. and there is a hammer inside that seems to be, it looks like it was partially melted. This thing here is a magical hammer that can, explode when thrown.
Does it reform?
Oh yeah, it comes back
Or
to you. Like, I had to test it. You throw it, it goes boom, and then it comes back to you.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a magical warhammer. So, can be one hand or two hand.
I'll have to think on that one. That sounds awesome, to be honest. Nadrash, Pleb, Harry, do you guys want to look at anything else?
I think we're okay, or at least me and Chrissy are.
Chrissy's just like, looking around. Oh, I want that. As she points to a fishing rod.
What does a fishing rod do?
Let's
It
see.
fishes.
Besides fishes.
So this is a pole of angling. It's a 10-foot pole, and you speak it, and it turns into a fishing pole with hook, line, and reel. So it's a magic fishing rod.
Is that what you want, Chrissy?
Oh, I thought it was something cooler. Never mind.
Okay. Oh, thank you again for letting us into your shop and buying things.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, if you need anything, I can probably find it. I know some of the local crafters from Bronzeweaver. Mm-hmm.
Huh? You know some of the bronze weavers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know... I forgot. What's her name again? I already forgot it. Do you know Amara?
Oh. Yeah, I do. That's, it's a bit of a sad story.
Oh.
Oh no.
How so?
So she was, the daughter of, Carl Greenroot and his wife, Abigail, Bronzeweaver. Their marriage was political, and Mara was their firstborn. But they won't tell you this. Their child was cursed. It came out wrong, broken, and they tried everything they could to fix her. Everything. Priests, magic, nothing worked. And so they did the only thing that they could. And they had to kill her. And that was a mercy for the poor little girl. Because that wasn't a happy life. She wouldn't have lived happy. It would have been just a life of pain and sadness. To be born that way. I mean, I didn't see her myself, but from what I've heard, she was not healthy. And Carl's wife couldn't handle it after the loss of her baby and killed herself.
I'm very sorry if I brought up bad memories.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happened a while ago. So, I just hope that she's in a better place now.
As do I. On a lighter subject, what I'm just gonna like what like, this is such a meta fucking question, but like what items do I see around us that I can like ask about and or pull attention to?
So let's see. There's a few potions. A shield. Oh, excuse me. Some scrolls. There's a wide variety of different things. If there's anything in particular that you're looking for, that would make the search a little easier, because this is a fairly large shop.
Looking at the scrolls, is there a scroll of locate creature?
Let's take a look. No. From what you can see, there is like a scroll of protection, scroll of identify, jump, tiny hut, misty step, true strike.
Good. Okay.
If there's anything that you want, I could contact one of the makers. I mean, I don't make any of this stuff, but they sell to me, and then I sell to you.
How could you estimate for me how much a 4th level spell scroll would cost?
One moment.
Because locate creature is a 4th level spell.
There is a thing for creating spell scrolls. Where is it? Here we are. 4th level. 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay. I will keep that in mind, but I will not put in an order today.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Mipo.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible we could also get that done for a scroll of remove curse?
A 3rd level scroll.
Third level. A third level would be 500.
That will be fine.
It will take 5 days to make.
Do you think we'll be here that long?
I don't know. What? I think
We don't
that's
have an
not
answer.
gonna- We don't have an answer to it, so let's just go talk to the bronze weavers and all that, and if we know we're going to stay that long, then yeah, we can come back and do it.
Alrighty, that sounds fine.
Hopefully we can find Jonah on the way.
Oh, I part of me thinks we're not going to, but whatever. He'll get his passive-aggressive note when he comes back.
Okay. So, as you guys leave Spellbound and head
Can I?
for...
As when we're leaving, when I drop the ducks while her back is, can I make sure they're facing towards her?
Yeah, make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh god. Poor Isabella. Love it.
Oh, jeez.
20!
Okay.
I rolled
So,
16.
how many ducks are you leaving?
I'm gonna leave 2, and they're gonna be facing her, like,
Okay.
at the doorway.
So, as you leave the shop, leaving the 2 ducks, there's a pause as you guys are walking down the street towards the Bronze Weaver estate. And then you hear a shrill scream, followed by an explosion.
Isabella just starts laughing.
And that is where we are going to end today's session.
She fucking blew up the magic shop. Jesus